If sexual experiences were like trading cards, what would be your rarest card? Sex while scuba diving. Horrible fucking 6, but definitely a rare shiny card. Achievement get. Part of your world. Sex in a bounce house. Achievement get. Ball pit. Faking an orgasm as a man. Achievement get. Method actor. I've done this too. I never thought I would have to edit. The reason I had to was I was going at it with her FWB. We usually used condoms, so that's where I usually finished. This time, she was drunk and woke me up in the middle of the night wanting sexy times. She refused to let me wear a condom, so we went at it with no protection. She was just coming off her period and said it was safe. I panicked halfway through because sperm can live inside the body for 5 days. I was afraid she'd drop an egg during those 5 days, so I just pretended to finish. I had to go to bed with blue balls, but that beats child support. Sex in my office during work hours. Achievement get. On the cock. Gave my boyfriend his first to completion blowjob, and he came so hard it almost came out my nose. Achievement get. Allergy season. My boyfriend throwing up after eating me out. To be fair, it wasn't from any smell, just poor timing. Achievement get. Roll constitution at disadvantage. Someone get this taco a effing medal. My release had exceptionally high pressure at the climax of my first hand job. It hit the wall more than 5 feet away. I'm pretty vanilla, so that's probably my only card that isn't from the starter deck. Achievement get. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You /very_brave_taco, you are the MVP of this post. I've been reading this thread for the past 15 minutes and his comment karma went from 88k to 102k as I'm typing this. True legend. Edit. 4 hours later, and he's still commenting, and at 400k. What a beast. Achievement get. The hero we need. Doing it at work, in a strip bar with my own husband posing as a customer, trying to not get caught doing it during a lap dance. Expected to get fired. Achievement get. Work benefits. I got told by a hot older woman, 39, me 29 at the time, that I had the pleasure of dating for a bit. You eat pussy like a lesbian. I'm a man. And she was far more sexually adventurous than me, but I'd like to reconnect and try to get on her level. I also want that compliment recorded and notarized. It really meant a lot to me. Achievement get. Promoted. Was having sex while people were watching soccer in the other room. She came, I came, their team scored, everyone cheered. Achievement get. All-purpose vuvuzela. Putting my whole hand into my ex-girlfriend. Achievement get. Master of puppets. I won't even have a deck. Achievement get. Gone digital. Sex with a mother and her daughter. Not at the same time. I was dating this girl in college, and her mom developed this major crush on me. After she, the daughter, and I broke up, her mom came to my apartment to collect some of her daughter's stuff. We had a one-time fling, and I never talked to either of them again. Edit. Since people keep asking, I'm copying the long story from later in the thread. It was kind of dull, really. She knocked at the door, came inside, then made this joke that she was worried about catching me in my underwear. I joked back about how she could always leave and come back, and she said something like I might just do that. I told her if she was serious, I could just get undressed right there. She waited for a couple seconds, which made me think I'd gone too far, then said it would be more fun if she could help me get undressed. So, yeah, we undressed each other. There was some mutual touching and foreplay, then we had sex. It was actually kind of hard to concentrate sometimes because she kept squeezing my ass really hard, but we actually got pretty close to having a simultaneous orgasm. I think we both felt a little awkward afterward because we didn't even really talk. We just got dressed, she got the box of her daughter's stuff, and she left. I think the last thing she said to me was, let's keep this between us. Also, the mom was better. The daughter was always a little bit mechanical, if that makes sense. It was like she knew how she was supposed to move, but wasn't really doing it for any other reason. The mom was a little too wild for me, but everything she did felt like it was supposed to make one of us feel good. Achievement get. Family matters. Got a blowy in the college yearbook office, overlooking the campus. Also booty called a girl who drove over 100 miles to come hook up. She drove home the same night. Achievement get, we deliver. Alternate title, going the distance. Fucking a literal billionaire's daughter on the deck of his yacht, while he and his buddies were in the front bar eating the 7-course degustacion I had just finished preparing. Achievement get, chef's special. I lost it at this one. I just imagine this box 360 achievement unlock box, with the title being chef's special and a perverted halo mask as an icon. Cock blocked by a dog puking up a tampon on the bed. Achievement get, party foul. Had sex with a 21-year-old and a 40-year-old woman less than 24 hours apart. Achievement get, only a number. The double nut. Achievement get, told her twice. Not the second coming. Triple orifice. BJ, vaginal and anal same woman, same night, 3 nuts. In law school. She was beautiful and sexy and loved doing everything. Achievement get, cross-contamination. Nice, but I'd have gone a little more thematic with achievement get, cross-examination. Get the unmarried pastor's daughter pregnant. Edit, it was the daughter who was unmarried. In hindsight I can see how my sentence was unclear. Please stop making the same lame jokes about an unmarried pastor. Achievement get, sins of the father. Or alternatively, Papa don't preach. Effing under a church. Edit, for those wondering. It was drainage tunnel for flash floods built under a Spanish mission dating to the late 1600s. Achievement get, heroes. You really nailed it. I think my collection consists of a single card that I picked up in the rain, but it turned out to be a knockoff. Achievement get, begats animtities. I lost my virginity at 14 to a 17-year-old who was trying to make her boyfriend jealous because he was cheating on her. I had known her for all of an hour at this point. I guess I was simply a conveniently located penis. Keep in mind, I'd never had a girlfriend or even a female friend at the time. I hadn't even seen porn other than stumbling onto stuff my older brother left for me to find. Pretty sure that would be an excessively rare card right there. Achievement get, early unboxing. Accidentally touching hands with a stranger. Achievement get, the hero awakens. Having sex with a very brave taco. Achievement get, support the developers. Mutual touching / rubbing / groping with an attractive stranger without words in public transportation. Edit, here is the story. I used to live near a big city and was taking some courses in a place downtown for a few months. Those classes were at 8 AM and the most convenient way to get there was to endure a 1-hour commute by bus. I say endure because of the terrible traffic and because, most of the time, all the seats would be taken so there was no way to take a nap on the way. My earbuds were pretty much always on. That was the case for most people in the bus every day, all sleepy, either taking naps, listening to music, maybe reading. Too early to have conversations. A young woman, early 20s, around my age back then, was standing next to me, also with her earbuds on. We certainly checked each other out and looked at each other from the side of our eyes a few times. As more people came into the bus and the bus rocked back and forth in the middle of traffic. First our feet touched, we both smiled, we turned slightly, and then the bus stopped suddenly and somehow our inner thighs touched. Maybe it was the music we were independently listening to, but we slowly got closer and closer to each other. Because it was a bit cold early in the morning, it felt really good to feel each other's body heat. My left leg was in between hers. We would make eye contact briefly once in a while for a split of second. I saw her licking her lips, closing her eyes. Then we were pressing on each other, making slight movements, breathing on each other's necks. Our hands touched, I caressed her fingers, and she'd grabbed my wrist and pressed my hand against her leg while biting her lips like trying to hold a moan. Then it all just kept going. She took my hand to make me touch her waist under her jacket. I also took her hand and pressed it against my leg. I moved my hand up and it kept going. Everything was slow, soft, warm caresses, light squeezes. It got so hot. She slowly moved my hand wherever she wanted, but we were trying to act like nothing was happening. My eyes were closed. She squeezed my hand with her legs between her legs. We started exploring each other with our hands over our clothes first, but then my thumb was already in her pants and she was touching my penis with 2 fingers. Our faces touched. Then one guy in the bus decided to stand up and offered her his seat. And that's when we realized that other people could see what we were doing. She said no thanks. I'm fine and did not take the seat. I felt like I snapped back to reality. A minute after that we couldn't really stand that close to each other because there weren't many people standing anymore. We were both still listening to music. My stop was the next one. We silently said goodbye with our eyes. During the next hours, the blue balls were unbearable. Achievement get, share the road. It's for threads like this that I regret turning down the opportunity to sleep with a man from Greenland. Achievement get, greener pastures. I have accidentally turned down more 6 because I didn't correctly read the signs than anyone I know. Achievement get, recalculating. Threesome on a Ferris wheel. Achievement get, state fair. Gave head while watching Shrek the Musical. Slept with a guy who came so hard he started convulsing and twitching for a good couple minutes after. It'd be one of those 2 for sure. Achievement get, in my swamp. Making prolonged eye contact with a girl. Achievement get, now you see me. Blowjob on a sidewalk during rush hour. Anal while she was on the phone with her mom. Handjob while sitting at the end of a bar. Achievement get, jack off all trades. Edit, are you not entertained? I was part of a foursome and came so many times I was weak-kneed for hours. I got very oversensitive towards the end and sat back to just watch. 2 out of the 4 of us hadn't come yet, so after I tapped out, I became what I called the sex referee. Need a condom? I got you. Where's the lube? I found it. All done. I brought water for everyone. It was awesome. Achievement get, everyone liked that. Sex underneath the Hollywood sign. After they put the fence up. Middle of the night. Having sex with my GF, then hearing my sister yell from the hall, the last thing I wanna hear is you two fucking. Waking up the rest of my family. Achievement get, change of plans. 10-0. I don't know how rare this card is, but I have participation in a unique fetish. A young woman once asked me to draw pictures on her naked back with permanent marker. I've never been much of an artist, but I gave it a try nonetheless, and about halfway through my first attempt, the girl started moaning and writhing beneath me in a way that seemed really exaggerated. Although I did my best to focus on my task, the motions of my partner made it rather difficult. Do you want me to keep doing this? I asked her. Yes, came the young woman's reply. Yes, don't stop. Draw all over me. Again. The whole thing seemed more like a performance than it did an actual response to pleasure, and I started to get suspicious that I was being made the butt of some bizarre joke. Every line that I drew sent the girl into paroxysms of affected delight until she finally moaned for me to put away the marker and get out my paint sprayer. The rest of the evening eventually went on about as you'd expect from such encounters, despite a tiny voice in the back of my head asking what I'd missed about the whole situation. I finally got my answer when the girl asked to take a shower with me. It turned out that what she'd really wanted was for me to scrub her skin until it was practically raw. Suffice it to say that she hadn't needed to put on an act that time. We wound up having an informative discussion after I'd washed the remnants of my drawing off her, and it came to light that she'd always liked the feeling of being roughly bathed. When I asked why she hadn't simply requested that in the first place, she sheepishly admitted that having a fetish for emulating a weasel seemed less bizarre to her. To each their own, I guess. Achievement get, rub it in. Came back from a night of heavy drinking with the GF, and apparently got busy. I don't remember the act. I just woke up to see 3 used condoms, and all the makeup she had been wearing was pressed into the wall. Achievement get, the numbers, Mason. I once fisted 2 people at once. I refer to it as my meat gloves experience. I wasn't even that into it sexually, just kind of happened, and I thought it'd make a funny story later on. Achievement get, Hulk smash. Sex with a Zulu woman who wondered what it was like to fuck a white man, the beneficiary of someone's sex tourism. Same thing, Actually, also in Africa, with a Muslim girl who was allowed to travel for a school, college, I should emphasize, trip and figured it was the only chance she was going to get. Achievement get, global perspective. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please prove it by liking and subscribing. We upload every day. Part 2 will be out tomorrow.